are gonna try to come back, then they for sure might do it. They might do it. They do. But I'm gonna get active. That's all it is.
Then on March 30th, Savage posted pictures.
That picture right there. See, I see in this picture, that hoe got 64 million, gang. 65 mil. But I see in this picture, that's what it was. And they was talking about his ass died like 2 weeks after that hoe.
2 hours after posting those pictures, BTB Savage was in his Mercedes driving around until two men pulled up, boxed him in, then started letting up.
Fuck 2 weeks, nigga. This hoe say 2 hours after. God damn. You just describing what happened and, talk about it and shit like that. And they might watch it and shit, They still was probably on that because they homeboy died and shit. But the picture, this is like a diss with no words, bro. Like, this is a diss track with no words, gang. Then nigga got the blood, the bullet holes in the back. Like,
blood, where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude, and the pics instantly went viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But this Tuka saying of that Zico, Tuka, and that Fats. And this is what pissed Duck off, since he was trying to stop the dissing. So Duck and Ruger remixed the song and sent shots right back at their ops, saying, "Yo, homie, he dead. You heard what I said. Jeroy, Odie, D-Thang, and Ty Head." Later in the song, he went on to diss several more dead ops, and his ops weren't really tripping after they heard this song. But in July 2020, things would change because Duck dropped a song named Dead. On the hook, he says, "Made Chicago legends. That was just about business. Said I wasn't gonna diss the dead, and okay, I didn't. But T-Roy and Odie, them dead." And many say Duck made a huge mistake dissing T-Roy, since he was like a god in No Block. Because not even a full month after dropping this diss, Duck was out shopping in the Gold Coast neighborhood, which is a wealthy and safe place in the city. But while they were walking down the street, 2 cars pulled up and 4 shooters.
Oh, so is they saying that Duck dropped the diss track on O Block the month before the nigga died? Is what I'm hearing.
Shooters hopped out and started sending shots at Duck. Duck got hit in the chest and neck and unfortunately died later that day. Soon as the news broke, rumors started flying that dudes from O Block were behind the hit. At first, the rumors didn't have any evidence to back them up, but Boss Stop from O Block did an interview and almost admitted that O Block
a nigga snitched.
Took out Duck for dissing him.
Did you know him? Duck? Did you know him before? Like everything like that? I don't know. Okay. All I know, don't say about Troy or rest in peace, Duck. Okay, so you got anything about FPG Duck? You know what I'm saying?
Then, in October of 2021, the police arrested 5 dudes from O Block for Duck's death. But if you thought that was crazy, one rapper lost his life on IG Live after dissing an OG, and another lost his life for saying too much in an interview. But first, let's talk about FBG Cash, because his situation is crazier than what happened to Duck. Before Cash died, he went viral when he posted a picture of him throwing up his middle finger while standing next to the King Von mural across the street from O Block. According to Cash, he and Dirk were messaging each other back and forth, talking crazy. Then Dirk challenged him to go over there and take that picture. Cash even explains it in this No Jumper interview.
Oh yeah, so why'd you take that picture with the King Von mural? Dirk told you. How did he tell you? He text. No, he blocked him now.
And not long after this pic, Dirk dropped his song, Computer Murderers, raps. Sneaking pics by Von mural, like Lil Bro, won't come out and spin. So Dirk was warning Cash that he shouldn't have done that. 3 months after Dirk released that song, FBG Cash ended up losing his life after getting shot while driving on the south side of Chicago.
But they don't really mean he talking about Cash, bro, because it's hella niggas that took a picture over there. I ain't gonna fake it.
A Southside rapper was killed this morning after a gunman armed with a rifle opened fire on his car. 31-year-old Tristan Hamilton performed under the name FBG Cash.
Now, let's move on to BTB Savage, because according to Savage, a local rapper had been trying to get a feature from him for a while. And one night, the dude got in touch with Savage and finally agreed to do a feature. So later that night, the other rapper pulled up to his apartment with a car full of dudes. And the rapper came into Savage's apartment with another dude named Omar Richardson. Savage said he felt weird since both of them were looking around his spot when they walked in. But then Omar upped the bankroll, so Savage thought it was all good. The dudes then came in with a box full of studio equipment so they could get to work.
Bro, so you a known ass rapper, got all this money, all shit, and you just letting, like, what they say, like, that's like 5 niggas he just said. 5 random niggas into your crib, bro.
But then the other rapper said he was missing a few things. So Omar told him to go back and get it out of the car. Savage thought something was off, so he locked the door when the rapper went outside. And that's when everything went left. Omar started asking Savage about his jewelry, and Omar eventually upped his fire and told Savage to hand over everything. At first, Savage didn't want to give it up, but then Omar threatened to shoot Savage and his girlfriend. So Savage started taking his chains off, and when Omar reached to grab Savage's chain, Savage saw an opportunity. So he wrapped Omar up in his arms and fell to the ground, and they started wrestling. Omar's strap fell out of his hand, and that's when Savage yelled for his girl to come shoot Omar. She came in and popped him twice, but that didn't slow him down because Omar managed to get his hands on a gun and 3 shots off at Savage's girl. And thankfully, all the shots missed. And Savage got Omar back under control. Savage told Omar to leave since his son was in there, but Omar ain't listened, and he told Savage he was gonna kill him and kept fighting. That's when Omar's partners came up and started shooting through the door, but they didn't hit anything. When they stopped shooting, Savage's girl popped back at them with 2 shots, and that's when Omar's partner left him to die. Omar kept fighting, and Savage's girl shot. So the nigga that wanted the feature is the one that died. His homeboy shot through the. See, I ain't never heard how he died, bro. I just know it was like some get back or some shit. I just heard of the like. I just heard him like. I seen the picture. I seen this picture. And then I heard that it was like he killed somebody and then they killed him a couple. I don't know, bro. But I ain't know this how that shit happened. Shot Omar one more time in the torso, and Omar ended up passing away. Savage and his girl got off on self-defense. It was a crazy situation that took over the internet. Savage even went on to do an interview with Vlad TV, and it hit 2 million views in less than a week. But Savage's ops weren't happy about it since Savage was talking cocky in the interview.
I mean, are you at all concerned that his people are going to try to come back?
Yeah, they for sure might. They might do it. They do. But I'm gonna get active. That's all it is.
Then on March 30th, Savage posted pictures.
That picture right there. See, I see in this picture that hoe got 64 million, gang, 65 mil. But I see in this picture that's what it was, and they was talking about his ass died like 2 weeks after that.
Blood, where Omar had lost his life. Savage was trolling the dude, and the pics instantly went viral, since no one had ever seen anything like that on the net. But 2 hours after posting those pictures, BTB Savage was in his Mercedes driving around until 2 men pulled up, boxed him in, then started letting off.
Fuck 2 weeks, nigga. This hoe say 2 hours after. God damn. What the fuck?
Shots. And by the time help arrived at the scene, it was already too late. Some people blamed the interview for his tragic death, while others blamed the picture, since the picture.
I say the picture did. Like, the picture had a more higher percentage than the video, because the picture is like, the interview is like you just describing what happened and, you know, talk about it and shit like that. And they might watch it and shit, you know. They still was probably on that because they homeboy died and shit. But the picture, this is like a diss with no words, bro. Like, this is a diss track with no words, gang. Then they got the blood, the bullet holes in the back. Like this, yeah, it's the picture for shit show, gang.
Was very disrespectful, even though it was self-defense. Let's move on to Chicago rapper Mubu Crump, because one day he decided to go live at the location Lil Durk's cousin Newski died and talked very disrespectful about Newski since they were known ops.
Them left Newski. They left right here. You feel me? They left ass up here on folks and them tweaking. Buying some shoes. Y'all see Rick be up here though. Go play with me up here on folks in this bills on the news. I look like Newski.
So he pulled up at the
This guy's like 50 years old.
The same thing.
Hey.
But I seen this in my last video, man. Go check that hoe out, right? That hoe right here. But I ain't gonna cap how he died.
Party with 051 Melly. Both of them were standing outside the house, and a car drove by, and somebody started sending shots. Melly was shot multiple times, and one bullet even grazed his head. Unfortunately, Crump was shot twice in the arm and twice in his torso. He was then rushed to the hospital and died from his injuries. Now let's move on to G Money, because in a 2017 interview with Say Cheese TV, G Money told Say Cheese how he hooked up with Youngboy's sister, and Youngboy was mad about it.
He mad about his sister too though.
About his sister?
Yeah, I had fucked her a long time ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he mad about that. he wasn't really tripping on it back then, though. You know what I'm saying? Because he big brother.
And a month later, after this interview, G Money dropped the diss name Industry. And in the song, he gets disrespectful, saying, "Your sister swallowed, so I never kissed her. But I with her, so I never dissed her." G Money was rising in fame after all of this, but he wasn't moving too smart and
You a hoe and I know the real you. Hey, that shit was hard though. I ain't gonna fake it. Long live G Money. Long live everybody in this video, man.
dissing NBA Youngboy and his homies, saying how he was still recording at the same studio and driving the same cars, which wasn't smart. Because one night, G Money was in the studio finishing up another recording session until shortly after leaving around 1 a.m., he was shot by an unknown person who was waiting for him at the door. But G Money isn't the only rapper from TBG who died after dissing someone, and it didn't turn out good. The same happened with Boulevard Quick, because in 2018, after Quick got out of prison, he started going hard with the music as well. And in August 2018, he dropped the video for his song, Never Lacking. And at the end, he went on a huge rant against Youngboy.
Get that shot at your mama. Pull up. Come out here. You know, TBG Gorilla Gang. Long live G Money.
And YB's mom hopped in and told Boulevard Quick to leave him alone. But Boulevard Quick wasn't hearing that and responded, telling her to mind her business, which really pissed Youngboy off.
Man. Yeah, man. Young boy, man. Tell me about that. That eat a big loan.
So just a few weeks later, he was shot and killed. In November 2018, the police found Quick's body in the parking lot of his apartment complex. And YB recently spoke on the situation again on Impact, saying, "Spoke on my mama, I ain't want to talk. I ended up killing her." And this next rapper got caught lacking on live after this one. Because Indian Red Boy...
Y'all seen that, man. If y'all, that's the little, he dissed Nipsey and shit like that, man. But like, comment, subscribe, man. Check out my old videos and we figure it's some more shit.